Hello, my good people. Welcome, welcome. How are we doing? It is time. Okay. Are we gonna get some new content finally? Is something gonna happen? 1.5 is right around the corner. MiHoYo, please, for the love of God, drop us something, you know? I've actually been hearing some decent things. I haven't heard any specifics. I mean, obviously there's things that I know because my pipes told me, the leaks in my pipes. They told me what was going on. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going on. Obviously, that's why we're here. Emmanuel, you actually don't, here's the thing, you actually don't have to clean my pipes. They've been fixed. It's miraculous. They're not fixed yet. I have a guy coming, you know, it should be roughly 12 minutes. There's a guy coming in 12 minutes that's going to solve all the leaks, all the leaky problems with my pipes. 12 minutes, and then all the problems are gone. It's crazy how fast it works. So, Constantine, my pipes are reliable? Damn, maybe I shouldn't get them fixed. Maybe they should just keep leaking. You know, take a shower right there. Just need to put some plastic down. I've already seen the Chinese, but won't spoil anything. Thank you. I would appreciate that much. Treat this, treat it like a movie, right? I mean, currently, like if you don't speak Chinese, then you kind of haven't even been able, you haven't like been given the shot to watch this. Now, of course, you could jump in another streamer's live stream. I know there were a bunch of people doing it this morning, and a lot of them either know Chinese or had someone translating for them. While we could do that and do that earlier, I would prefer just to get it in English, just so there's no mistranslations. Like, even if you have someone who's very good, there can always be a mistranslation. So I would rather hear it from MiHoYo in English, like what they're, what am I trying to say? You know, how they interpret it, basically. I don't want to leave it up to interpretation. I want it to literally come from their mouths, like what they expect to happen. Great things gonna come up? Ooh. See, I've been hearing that people are getting excited, so I'm hoping that there's something good here. We'll see. We'll see. So I noticed that someone said earlier, it feels like 1.4 just came and just went. And yeah, because there was like nothing that, like, what happened I don't even remember what happened in 1.4. Can anyone tell me? Besides like the Oceanian event that's going on, there was Turning Tide, what was it? Something Tides? The event that took like 2 minutes to complete. Like if your characters are geared, you just like smoke them. Like what was the event in 1.4? I couldn't even tell you. That's pretty bad. I literally can't even tell you what the event was. Like the big at the beginning of, oh, Windbloom Festival. Yeah, that shows you how impactful that was. It'll be great until the whales just beat everything and become bored again. Yeah, but if they just put out content that whales could play and repeat, it wouldn't be an issue. An Archon story? See, I didn't even know that a new story quest dropped. Now, that's probably because I haven't even done... I'm assuming it has something to do with Dansleaf. I haven't even done the first quest. He's still standing at Dragonspine. Or not Dragonspine. Stormterror. He's still standing there. So, I should probably get to those. I just don't have the time. It's just, like, not something I want to delve into. Okay, so the quality guides, my pleasure. You know, I know the child one took a little bit longer for me to get out than my past ones. I just got other stuff going on, you know, with the full-time job stuff happens. And like I said, this past week and the week before were a little bit more of a struggle for me in the past mentally. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know how that is. If you there's like a certain mood that if you just get into, man, you just can't get yourself to work on things. And so I was, you know, dealing with that. So that was also part of it. And I'm sure part of it also was just, I'm sure everyone's feeling it, that there's a little, it's not burnout. It's just like, it's like struggle because there's like nothing to do in the game. So it's a little bit of hesitation, I guess, with the game. So yeah, that's how it is. But we got the guide out, thank God. And then of course I asked you guys, I was like, what guide do you want to see next? And you guys were literally split down the line 3 ways between Diluc, Jean, and Mona. I think Mona ended up coming out in the lead. Let me just double check here. Like in the last let's see. It was like the first 1,000 or so votes. It was literally tied, and then okay, yeah. Mona in the last 2,000 votes, basically Mona took off. So Mona's going to be up next. Roguelike Dungeon Spiral, maybe? Maybe. I would be into that. If they could do something roguelike in this game, I would love it. I've been loving roguelike so much recently. It's funny, I was never actually a fan of roguelikes. But within the past like month and a half, I picked up Curse of the Dead Gods. I streamed that one a little bit. And then what was the next one I picked up? I mean, so I've been playing Monster Train. If you guys have been watching it, Monster Train is my jam right now. I absolutely love that game. Also the fact that it's a deck builder too. Anything that's like deck building is right up my alley. So mixing those two, fantastic. I'm gonna be picking up, what is it, Legend of Wizards, I think. It's a little bit older of a game, a couple years old, but it's a roguelike where you get to like pick different spells, and there's like an elemental system. So for you guys who like the elemental system of Genshin Impact, you might like that one. That was pretty cool. Beat 'em up. There's a bunch of other roguelikes that are on my list. They're just super convenient to play. And I actually saw, whose video was it? It was just a video the other day that was basically going on about why roguelikes are popular, and he made a perfect comparison in that, well, there you go. If you saw my color changed, I can finally say her name. Eula is on screen for the 1.5 stream. Thank God. We can finally say Eula, because she's going to be busted. God, Razormane's out there, celebrate, because there's a new sheriff in town when it comes to physical damage, and she ain't taking no prisoners. She's gonna kill everything. Oh my God. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Have you played Slay the Spire? No, I have not. I definitely know of Slay the Spire though. Oh, Dicey Dungeons? Dude, Dicey Dungeons is so good. So we played Dicey Dungeons the other day on stream, and what did we end on? So we ended on the robot, and then I ended up recording an episode for the new Let's Play channel with the witch. Dude, okay, so for people who are watching Dicey Dungeons, if you thought the robot was hard to play, the witch is so difficult. Well, I won't spoil how the run went. Not great. Not bad, not great. Yeah, she's hard to play, very difficult. Waiting for the new artifact set for ages. The physical one? I mean, I wouldn't know. It hasn't been announced yet. We still have 4 minutes. But just play MTG Arena if you want a card game. No. So the thing is, Emmanuel, I have played Magic the Gathering is where I got my love of card games. I played that game for a long time. I still have all my cards. I still play occasionally. I'm not gonna pick up Arena because, well, first of all, if I'm playing Magic, I'm not about to play a free-to-play deck and get shit stomped. But I'm also not picking up Magic again. I mean, not like competitively. I'm not gonna be buying all the cards and stuff like that. When we were beating everyone on that dice game, dude, we had some good runs, but once you get to the more difficult characters in that game, it is hard. Hey, what's going on, Groot? Michelle, hello. What do you think about the new Millet set? Do you think it's good? I'll be straight up honest with you, Linux. I know that there are 2 new sets coming out. I don't remember the specifics. Simply because the source that I used to get all my leaks from, or most of them, which was our leaks channel on Discord, I've had to private for like the past 6 weeks. And that was the last time I read them. So, while they're going to be familiar to me when I assumedly see them on this stream, I couldn't recite to you what they do. But I do remember that the Geo one was like going to be good for Zhongli. Pale Flame for Razor? Possibly. I mean, we'll be going over it. We'll be going over it. I'll be giving my thoughts as we go, and then at the end, I'm gonna do a wrap up as well. And of course, for anyone who's not here, I'm gonna be uploading this whole live stream as its own separate video. So, yeah. Premiere will begin shortly. All right, let's go ahead and switch on over. We'll have to get the audio all sorted out here. The new geo artifact. There's supposedly a new geo artifact set and a new physical artifact set. Yeah. God, and there she is in all her glory with her claymore. God, this weapon looks so good. She looks good. She's gonna kick ass. It's gonna be great. Mr. Vanilla, hello. What's up? Free to play and have Hu Tao and Xing Cho. Do you think I should try and get C1 Zhongli or wait for Albei to come back? Why do you need to go for C1 Zhongli? Do you have Zhongli? If you have Zhongli, then wait for Eula. She's gonna tear a hole through this game. C1 doesn't really matter. C2 is better. All right. Here we go. Prepare to get your ear holes blasted by their waiting music. Fix the audio as we go. Hopefully it's loud enough. I'll be adjusting it here as we go.
Two twins traveled together throughout the universe. But one day traveled together throughout the universe. But one day their path was blocked and they were separated by an unknown god.
Lumine!
Just give me thumbs up or thumbs down if audio's good.
Them are finally reunited in the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program.
Yay! Welcome everybody. I'm Zach Aguilar and I voice the male traveler Ether in Genshin Impact.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz and I voice the female traveler Lumine.
It's so great that we're together for this program, especially since our characters finally had a chance to meet in version 1.4.
I know, tell me about it. I'm so glad that they invited me to the show. I've always been super curious about what it's like to do a special program. It always looked like you and Karina were having so much fun in the previous ones.
Hey, that's what the special program's all about. And today certainly won't be an exception, as we are joined by Keith Silverstein.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I like the trumpet there. Very nice. Hi, everybody. My name's Keith Silverstein, and I voice Zhongli, consultant for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor in Genshin Impact.
Yes, Mr. Zhongli himself, who, spoiler alert, is really Morax. That's right, the Geo Archon, widely respected as Rex Lapis, the god of contracts himself. Whew, talk about a list of titles.
And that is exactly why I leave the introductions
Turn
to
up a
you,
bit,
Zach.
guys. It is
Honestly,
super
it's
loud
so hard
already.
to express how much we love your performance in the game, Keith. And by we, I obviously mean myself and a lot of other players.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
It is really an honor.
Yeah, guys,
to,
turn
play
up
a role
your
that's
audio.
loved by
I just
so
double
many,
checked.
myself
It's
included,
it's
of
good.
course. And come on,
Good.
how exciting is this?
Turn up your own
I'm so excited
audio.
I'm doing a version preview with you guys. This is going to be great.
Yeah, so why don't we take a quick moment to thank our viewers for joining us today and for their amazing support of Genshin Impact.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, big thank you to the entire Genshin Impact community. Thanks for your love and support.
So, Keith, what do you think of Genshin Impact so far?
Well, I mean, we all know it's an amazing game. I mean, right off the bat, it's beautiful. You know, the graphics, the character design, everything. But the thing that really has blown me away
but the
has really been
content?
just the fan base. Just that this game is so popular worldwide, and I mean, it's such an honor to be a part of something like that.
Totally agree. I've loved interacting with the fan base
Notice they say
myself,
it
and
looks great.
currently I'm still
Characters,
on the
oh, they're
grind.
beautiful.
I just love the gameplay. The graphics are absolutely beautiful, and I also love playing the game on my phone whenever I can't get to my PC.
Okay, so here's a question, Zach.
Like, sure, the
What
game
have you
looks
enjoyed
great.
the most in version 1.4 so far?
Okay, let's see.
Ooh, you know, that's
Like-
it's so tough because I love
I would
all
think
the
you'd wanna
minigames,
promote
but
the
I think my
gameplay.
favorite one is Ballads of Breeze. And I just love getting out my lyre too as I travel around Teyvat and
No
play my random
Paimon?
little songs,
That sounds pretty cool.
sharing my musical genius.
Well, let's not go too far there, Zach. I mean, I'm sure you're good and all, but genius?
Yeah, I'm sure you're great.
Anyways, I believe many of our viewers are waiting to hear more about what's in store for version 1.5. So why don't we start things off with
I'll
a
turn
quick
me down
overview?
a little bit.
Sounds great.
Take it away, Zach.
You got it. In version 1.5, we'll have some brand new characters, several cool new monsters, and various special events. We'll also have an all-new feature to explore. And as always, there will be some optimizations and adjustments to our overall gaming experience.
Wow, very nice.
Aside from all the new content, Genshin Impact is also having its
the
native
bass in
release for
his
PlayStation
voice
5 on April 28th.
is so good.
The same day version 1.5 comes online, so that's definitely exciting.
Totally. It's great news for our PlayStation 5 players out there.
Yeah, we'll get a first glimpse of version 1.5 from the trailer. But before we get to that, I'd like to remind our viewers that we'll be giving away redemption codes throughout the stream.
Of
In
course,
terms of
free
Primo
stuff.
Gems, we have Primo Gems.
Yeah, and just remember that they might appear at any time during the show, so be sure to stick around for those. Okay, now let's take a first look at
Have
the
your
official
trusted
trailer
content
for Genshin
creator
Impact
send them
version
out to you on
1.5,
Discord.
Beneath the Light of Jadeite.
Oh, here we go. Trailer. Let's get it done.
If it is fated, we will meet again.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
This is I, Ashtaha, forged of elemental crystal. The enraged earth will not absolve you! Ah!
That's an angry
You
boy.
stand upon your tomb. Quake!
There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom of the gods. To dust!
Hey, wait a minute.
New
Does
hypostasis?
This count as martial arts?
Hey, there we
Ready
go.
for
Yanfei.
trial? Incinerate!
Official.
Breath of the flame! Inadmissible evidence! Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
Okay. No new weapon there. We already know that. There we
If
go.
I just spoke more softly,
Finally.
others may find it easier to forgive me.
Finally, we
But
can
the
talk
only
about
reason they think
Eula.
that way is because
Oh
they've
my
never
god.
been branded a pariah before.
You're gonna see a lot of this on
I
stream.
condemn you! Freeze to the core! Eye for an eye! Vengeance will be mine!
This Serenity Pot is all yours now.
Oh, so is that how they're gonna do the housing system? We're all gonna be in our own individual teapots?
Oh,
That's kinda
you
smart.
needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about
That's
it.
kind of smart. It gets around putting it in the overworld. Oh, you can like really... Okay. Now the question is, what functionality is your house going to have? Or is it just going to be cosmetic? I'm hoping there's some kind of, you know, actual functionality to the housing system. But it looks like you might be able to get food items. But not like pigs and stuff. Oh, you can go really big. Wow, okay. I wonder if we're going to be able to customize like the area or like the kind of location it looks like. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We can put dogs. I'm gonna have all the dogs. Wait, whoa, what? Wait. Is this like a roguelike thing? Because they had like, you can update your character? Gathering its fellowship. If you want to catch the most mysterious creature, you can find the best strategy. Oh my god, there's so much stuff going on. Count series, don't care. New artifacts. Okay, they're gonna go over all this, but my god, that was too much information all at once. Jeez. Okay.
Wow, there was a
Recap.
lot going
Let's
on
go.
in that trailer.
Recap.
It looks like Zhongli is gonna have a new storyline.
Too much going on. Stuff to read, stuff to see.
Dragon to fight.
My eyes can't do this.
So be careful out there, Zach.
Hey, I've leveled up a lot since the last version. This dragon's got nothing on me.
Yeah, sure, Zach. You really expect us to believe that?
Personally, I'm excited for these new characters. They look super cool.
Yeah, and that sounds like a solid place to start, so why don't I begin by introducing the new characters first?
Sounds good to me.
Yes. Give me Eula. Oh, are you gonna smoke him right now? Are you gonna smoke him? Oh yeah, she's gonna smoke him. MiHoYo with their marketing. They know who they're marketing to, and they are not ashamed of it.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
Introducing our new playable character, Eula, captain of the Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company. She carries a cryovision and elegantly wields her frosty claymore.
Yeah, the way she handles her weapon is truly amazing. Like, she even did a cartwheel with her sword. No wonder she's called the Spindrift Knight.
Yeah, her combat style really stands out.
Forget fighting. Her style is more like dancing or gymnastics.
Seriously, she doesn't move like other claymore wielders at all. Her motions are way lighter and more fluid.
Perhaps that's a result of the training passed down through her aristocratic bloodline.
Oh, she's a descendant of the family that was once overthrown by the Knights of Favonius, right?
Mm-hmm, that is correct.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
Sacrificate.
sensing a complex backstory here. Now the question comes, why would she be serving in the Knights of Favonius?
I don't know. For revenge? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, yes and no. Although Eula often talks about taking revenge on others, she
I wonder if they're
doesn't
gonna
seem to mean
keep
it for
bringing
real.
the female
Strange as it
traveler
sounds,
in.
it's
If
just
they're
her
gonna
own
bring
way of
in
expressing care for other
Lumine's voice actor
Let's have a look at her skills, shall we?
for all the rest of the
Yes,
streams
please.
instead of Paimon. I wonder
With
if
her
maybe it was
elemental
just
skill,
a
Ice-Type
availability issue though.
Vortex, Eula slashes swiftly, dealing cryo damage. However, her elemental skill has different effects depending on whether you tap or hold the skill button.
Ooh, interesting. Tell us more.
Yeah.
When tapping the elemental
Oh, here we
skill, Eula gains a stack of Grimheart by hitting an opponent. Grimheart increases Eula's defense and resistance to interruption.
Sounds cool for a claymore wielder. What will happen if we hold her elemental skill then?
I was hoping you would ask that. When the skill is held, Eula consumes the stacks of Grimheart, and surrounding opponents will have their physical resistance and cryo resistance decreased. Now, each stack of Grimheart consumed will be converted into an Ice World brand that deals cryo damage to nearby opponents.
Ooh, I'm loving her Grimheart mechanic already.
Yeah, me too.
Eula's Elemental Burst, Glacial Illumination, deals cryo damage to nearby opponents and creates a Lightfall Sword that follows her around for a certain duration.
This is the stupid part
when
of
her
her
own
kit.
normal attacks, Elemental Skill and Elemental Burst deal damage to opponents, they will charge the Lightfall Sword until it explodes violently once its duration ends.
An explosive icy sword. Wow.
Yeah.
That seems almost like a contradiction. I mean,
that
ice
part
that
of her
explodes?
burst
It's like
scales
mixing
to a
opposites.
stupid amount of damage.
Right? But it's somehow fitting for her character, you know? A noble heir who joins the family's arch-enemy, who moves elegantly but causes violent explosions, who manipulates cryo element but is called the Spindrift Knight. She's full of contradictions.
Nice, Sarah. That's pretty deep.
Thanks.
Hey, why don't we take a look at our next new playable character in version 1.5?
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
good.
take a look at Klee's younger version. Like this is like 4-star Klee, basically. Her character model looks super cool, but when I was reading through it, it's like I don't get why she's different than Klee. She just doesn't throw bombs. What happened to our
Need a cure for insomnia? Let me read you the history of the development of Liyue's legal system. None of my friends have ever lasted longer than 20 minutes.
The other new playable character in version 1.5 is Yanfei, a legal advisor active in Liyue Harbor. She's a catalyst wielder and holds a pyrovision. Interestingly enough, she happens to be part illuminated beast.
Oh, just like Ganyu.
Exactly.
So, are those two sticks on her head her version of horns, or are they more like antlers?
Wait, I thought those were her pigtails, no?
No, Zach, not at all.
Oh.
No,
Oh my God, those are
the symbol
horns?
of her illuminated beast heritage.
Okay, so question. Would that mean she knows Rex
My
Lapis
brain.
then?
This is just
Or
like
would she be
learning
bound
Kaya
by
has a
contract with
ponytail.
Morax in some way?
You mean like
My
as
whole,
a legal
like,
advisor for the god of contracts?
essence of the game,
That
like
would be quite the big title, but yeah, something like that?
Even Morax doesn't have command of all the illuminated beasts. Yanfei is one of the few that didn't sign a contract with him.
Oh, why is that?
She was born in a peaceful era. Therefore, there was no need for her to fight in any cruel wars like her predecessors. Interestingly, as a free illuminated beast, she's put herself in a profession where her job is to interpret laws and help others deal with conflicts and disputes.
Okay, so her work is all related to contracts, right? Because I know I saw some sort of gigantic pyro stamp slamming down when she attacks. You know, like the kind of thing you'd see used to stamp a contract?
Mm-hmm. You are correct. Both her normal attack, her elemental skill signed edict, and her elemental burst done deal grant her scarlet seals, which decrease Yanfei's stamina consumption. But these scarlet seals are not the big seal you saw.
Oh, so the scarlet seals must have been all those little red markings floating around her.
That's right. When she uses her charged attack, Yanfei consumes all scarlet seals, which in turn increase her charged attack's area of effect and damage.
Oh, so that's what I saw.
It sure was. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that Eula and Yanfei have some special connections to one another.
What would a night in Mondstadt have to do with a legal advisor in Liyue Harbor?
Sounds like a mystery.
new weapon? No, it's just the Blackcliff
Yes,
weapon.
indeed.
Or
One which the travelers will
is
get
it
to
the Blackcliff
discover
weapon
on
or
their
the
own.
Blackcliff?
Leave it to me.
Rude. Leave it to us.
Oh, yeah, right. Us.
Right.
Oh, you two. And that's all the latest we have on the new characters.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
didn't you
pyroning,
forget
that's
something?
also a good way to describe it.
I don't
yeah,
think so. You know, I have a pretty good memory, Zach.
Zach was gonna ask where we'll get to pull these adorable new characters from, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that, all in good time. Right now seems to be a good time for us to give away our first redemption code.
Hey,
now?
first code.
Like I said, you never know when they'll appear.
Precisely. The first code will be unearthed in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this down for a second. Well, so I don't think a lot of people will be surprised about Eula and Yanfei coming in 1.5. As my leaky pipes predicted, guess who we're getting? I'm way more excited about Eula than Yanfei. When I was looking at Yanfei's kit, it just like it reminds me of a toned down version of Klee, or as someone else said, you know, a Pyro Ningguang. Yeah, but I mean, as someone who like got through most of this game on Razor, you gotta know that I'm excited for Yanfei. Like, she is going to just demolish people. Her burst is so powerful. Yeah, so like if you like claymores, if you like, actually, you know, if you're looking for a crowd, this is going to be like, well, I was going to say the first like big crowd carry, but I kind of forgot about Ganyu.
It seems only
all right, let's jump back in.
Before we talk about event with
volume.
Yeah.
All right. I know you guys are anxious to hear more. In version 1.5, the two 5-star characters
finally Zhongli gets his rerun.
Successively
Jeez, took
in their
him long
own
enough.
separate event wishes.
Many of the players have been waiting for Zhongli's return, and it's finally happening.
The players have been waiting. I've been waiting. Okay, to
Yeah,
elaborate,
he should have been dropped back in
Yanfei will be featured
1.3.
in Zhongli's event wish, Gentry of Hermitage. The exact dates and durations for the event wishes will be officially announced later. Aside from the new characters, a new 5-star weapon and 2 sets of new artifacts will also be released in version 1.5.
Okay.
Ooh, very cool.
That new claymore looks pretty ornate. It sort of reminds me of the 5-star bow Elegy for the End from version 1.4.
Oh, good observation. Now, this new 5-star claymore is called Song of Broken Pines, and it has a physical damage bonus.
It has quite a poetic name, too. I wonder if it belongs to the same series as Elegy for the End.
Perhaps, and there may even be a hidden story behind them.
Ooh, I already feel a story coming. You know, whenever Keith even mentions the word story, I just
Okay,
want to break out the
Zhongli's got a
popcorn.
new set.
I know exactly
Time
what
to start
you mean.
farming.
Let me guess, it's a very epic and long story.
Ah, yes, a very long story.
You guys really have big imaginations, you know that? Look, aside from the weapons, there will be 2 sets of new artifacts for players to collect. Tenacity of the Millilith and Pale Flame.
The weapon
Ooh,
looks
awesome.
beautiful.
Where can we get them?
That is a
If past
fantastic
updates are any
looking claymore.
indication, my bet would be that they'll be in a new domain.
And that is correct. The new domain, Ridgewatch, will be available to travelers after the version update. Now, it's located in the mountainous area that connects Mondstadt and Liyue.
Finally, we're getting a teleport waypoint there. That's always been one of the harder areas for players to reach.
Yeah, thank God.
I bet a lot of people have used their portable waypoints to
Yeah.
get there. Now
That's
we can
not a
save
fun
those for
place to
some
get
other
to.
places.
Now, in addition to the new gear, some new storylines will be released too. After the version 1.5 update, Diona's Hangout event and Act 2 of Noelle's Hangout event will be available for players to enjoy.
Act 2 with Noelle? That is so sweet. I really love the Hangout memory illustrations with Noelle.
Okay, but that's not the only Act 2 we're getting in version 1.5.
Ooh.
So
Act 2 of
Zhongli.
Zhongli's story quest will be released in the update as well.
Oh, okay.
Followed by Eula's own story quest.
Wow, I already can't wait to see more of Zhongli's
Too bad it's
storyline.
physical damage.
Can
It's
you tell
for
us more about
Eula.
what's going to happen, Keith?
It's super
Well,
good.
as you saw in the trailer, the dragon Ajdaha, who seems to have some, let's say, history with Zhongli, will be making an appearance in Zhongli's story quest.
Sounds interesting, but who exactly is this Ajdaha?
Oh, it was mentioned in the quest about the nameless treasure. Seems like Mr. Zhongli's past is finding its way back to him.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, and meeting those who share the memory leaves an indescribable feeling.
Sarah, look, it's him!
It is!
You guys. Okay, in a word, Ajdaha is going to play an important role in Zhongli's story quest, and the disturbance it causes will also pose a serious threat to Liyue. Furthermore, this dragon will become a weekly boss, so let's take a closer look at it in battle.
There we go. Ooh, all right. I was wondering what they were going to put near this tree, because this tree is too big for it to be just nothing. This guy's design is fantastic.
All right then.
I don't know. It actually looks kind of cute.
Uh-oh, Sarah wants a new pet now.
Yeah, kind of cute, like it's gonna rip off my head.
No, I mean, it's got that little cute smirk happening. I think it's kind of cute.
Oh, that's true.
Right? And it's got those branches on its tail. And remember this place? There was a girl standing under a tree mumbling about the awakening of some most awe-inspiring individual. Remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, so she was talking about Ajdaha.
She was. Beneath the tree, or as it's called, the Dragon Queller, is the cavern where Ajdaha was sealed away.
This new monster reminds me of Geoviships.
Absolutely. They have plenty of similar traits. As a boss, Ajdaha can change its element, hence the different colors you see on its body.
It seems like when it switches its element, the surroundings in the domain change too.
Oh,
Look at this, too much HP? No, that's good. That means longer fights. Yes, give it a ton of HP.
Well, with all the lessons I've learned from fighting Geoviships, I'm confident that I can crush this Lord of Viships.
Good luck, Zach. You're the man. Okay, the next new monster we're about to meet will be a new member of the Hypostasis family, the Cryo-Hypostasis. Let's see it in action.
Wait, what is this? What is this going to give for rewards? Because we already have a cryo boss for gemstones. I'm assuming that now we're going to have a new, like, cryo ascension material.
When the cryohypostasis reaches low HP, it enters a shield to protect itself and recover from the damage. In the meanwhile, it attacks its enemies.
Which means us.
Huh, but it seems like we'll never be able to finish it off if we can't break the shield. So how can we take its shield down?
Oh, I know the answer to this one. Travelers will need to figure it out on their own in version 1.5.
And with that, the apprentice has become the master.
Or just
yes, you are getting the idea.
Pyro hero.
And there's one other new enemy we're going to see in version 1.5. Perhaps you two remember the Abyss Herald we encountered in version 1.4?
Oh, you mean that gigantic blue dude that works for me?
Well, technically, he would be my gigantic blue dude if you are the traveler.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Seriously, do you guys bicker about everything?
Yes.
Anyway, it turns out that another one of the Abyss Order's elite monsters will be making a debut in version 1.5, the Abyss Lector. Let's take a look, shall we?
So is this going to be for Spiral Abyss? God, please change Spiral Abyss floors. They've been the same forever. Please. Please.
One thing to be noted is that some of the Abyss Lector's attacks will decrease characters' elemental energy once they hit their opponents. So be sure to dodge those.
If only it was that easy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Zach, I know you well enough. What are you thinking about over there?
Well, the Abyss Herald we met before was like an assassin, whereas this Abyss Lector we see now seems more like a mage. The Herald could manipulate the Hydro element, while the Lector manipulates the Electro element. Now that I think about it, what if I could put them on my team?
Well, I mean, yeah, practically speaking, that would make a very good team.
Well, that could be what the lost sibling was thinking.
I'm sure the lost sibling said,
I will have order.
And now we have the Abyss Order.
Well, that's everything we have for our new monsters. So next, we will get a peek of an all-new permanent feature called Serenitea Pot, which will be available starting in version 1.5. Zach, I'll leave this part to you.
Got it.
I think it means
After we
they'll
help
put the
the
rerun
city
on
get through
1.6.
its crisis, the
Ooh, I don't
Adepti
know,
of Lyra
maybe.
have
That's
taken
actually a
note
good
of our
theory.
hard work. Knowing we are
I
outlanders
don't know.
who often camp out in
Because
the
it's
wilds,
1.5, though, I
they
wouldn't read
decided
too
to
much
give
into
us
that.
a Serenitea Pot as a gift.
Camping in the wilds? Zach, we never camp.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like maybe there's 3 locations you can pick from?
Yeah. Serenitea Pot. I like the name. So, is this Serenitea Pot sort of like Madame Ping's magical teapot?
Yeah, it's what's known as a realm within.
Ooh, sounds exciting. That was really nice of them. I hope it wasn't too difficult to make.
Well, the Adepti of Liyue are mighty illuminated beings with great power. Creating a realm within is nothing but creating a little trinket for them.
Keith, you sound so cool.
You sound cool.
Oh, thanks. Let's take a closer look inside this so-called teapot. For starters, there are 3 different realm layouts for us to choose from.
Okay.
Floating
got
Abode,
that.
Emerald Peak, and Cool Isle.
Wow, so this is what the Adepti would consider just a trinket?
Inside the realm, you'll find Tubby, a teapot spirit
Tubby.
who manages all the general affairs in the realm within.
Tubby.
Just like a butler.
Oh my gosh, Tubby is so round and cute! I love it!
And it plays an important role in our realm, too. When we raise its trust rank, it will give us some rewards and unlock new features for our realm.
Okay, so
For
a new
example,
statue.
The 3 different realm layouts. We'll have to increase our trust rank if we want to unlock them all.
Okay, so question. If I rub Tubby, will it grant me 3 wishes?
What are you talking about? Tubby's not a genie.
Rub Tubby
okay,
on the tummy.
Okay, I was just thinking, magic lamp, magic teapot. So anyway, how do we increase trust rank with Tubby then?
Whenever we create new furnishings, Tubby's trust increases. Moreover, with the help of the teapot spirit, we'll collect various blueprints from different sources. Once we've collected the necessary materials for creating furnishings, we can make those furnishings in the Serenitea Pot.
Okay,
And
good.
use
Finally,
them to decorate our home.
Something
Of course,
to
we can
use all
also
that
buy
iron
some
ore I
furnishings
have.
directly from Tubby.
Good. I'd like an ornate glazed lily patterned incense burner.
Really? That's a super specific choice.
Well, I'm a super specific guy.
Anyway, this Serenitea Pot will be a large personal realm that players may manage. They can take their time considering how to decorate the space and can fill it with the things they like to make it feel like home.
I see. Okay, then let's prepare some radiant grade Noctilucous jade for starters.
Okay, first of all, your standard of home is way too high.
And that's wrong because...
I mean, you know what? You do you. You do you.
Yeah, totally. Well, if we are short of any practical decoration ideas, we can also apply to enter our friends' realms for some inspiration. We can just stop by for a visit and snap some nice photos.
Ooh, that means we can throw parties in our personal realms. That'll be so fun. Are you gonna put me on your ultra-exclusive guest list, Zach?
Nope.
Zach!
Just
Okay, that's
kidding.
kind of cool that you can go to your friends' houses.
We're going from roughing it in the wild to luxurious house parties. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, and the realms seem very large, too.
Large enough to unleash your imagination.
Yeah, we can create views outside the house and arrange the layouts of furnishings. And as we put more furnishings into the Serenitea Pot, our adeptal energy increases, enabling the realm to produce more realm currency.
So, more furnishings increase adeptal energy. I like the sound of that.
I knew you'd like that.
So, with this new realm currency you mentioned comes a new way of exchanging it, I suppose?
That's right. We can
Of course
exchange
it's
realm
per
currency for
hour.
a variety of materials and
Of
rewards.
course it is.
And sometimes a teapot traveling salesman carrying realm treasures might appear. So be sure to check it out.
Noted. Whew, there's already a lot on everyone's to-do list for this feature.
And there might be even more to come in the future.
I can buy
Let's
100
wait and see what the
dogs.
Serenitea Pot holds for us in store together.
I will, and in the meantime, I will stuff my realm with satisfying furnishings.
All right, just please don't make Tubby work too hard.
I won't, and as always, I'm sure the travelers will cover my expenses.
Huh? Wait a minute. What?
Can we even afford that?
Well, I mean, with the two of you together, you might be able to cover it.
I don't have
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just kidding. You should have seen your faces right then.
Anyways, that's all the news we have for the upcoming Serenitea Pot feature.
That's it?
In the next section, we'll get to learn about some exciting events that will be exclusive to version 1.5.
I feel like they should have dropped a
Now, it
lot
seems
more
about
info
time
on
to
this.
Give away our
They
second
kind of just like
redemption
glazed
code.
over it.
Yeah, more rewards.
Practically
it's just
speaking,
cosmetic-
the faster you act, the better.
Goodies inbound in 3, 2,
Hopefully there's some kind of-
1.
Okay, so is it a cool feature? Potentially. Now, granted, even if there, again, I'm gonna be optimistic here. Even if there is not a lot of features at the start, this is something that they can like implement a lot of features in the future, and there's a lot of design space there. So they didn't talk a lot about features. It looks like just cosmetic. There might be some features there that we get in like a later actual written update. But even if there's not, don't lose out hope, because they can still always add stuff later. You know, this is the first time they're doing this kind of system, and there's always room to add new features. So I'm still holding out. You know, first versions, you guys know what I'm saying. All right, we moving on? What else we got? Let's go. Give me some new stuff.
Welcome back, adventurers. It's time to unveil the special events coming in version 1.5.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so first on the list is an event called Energy Amplifier Initiation. In
Okay,
this
what is
event, a
this?
Sumeru researcher will ask us to gather Irminsul fruit fragments. For a time, we'll be entrusted with a mysterious ancient relic, the Energy Amplifier. With this relic, we can unleash the power of the fragments we collect. During the event, this Energy Amplifier will grant us some effects in combat.
So it really is literally amplifying our abilities. Speaking of ancient relics, I feel like Mr. Zhongli would know something about that.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at me for? You know I'm not really Zhongli, right?
Oh.
But I do happen to have some insight on the energy amplifier. For one, there are variations of how you can configure the fragments into the energy amplifier. One variable, motive force, affects how many fragments one can configure. The higher the sum of your character's levels, the higher motive force you can provide to the energy amplifier. With higher motive force, players will be able to equip more high-quality fragments to strengthen their team.
What if I don't have enough characters at higher levels?
As always, Zach, that's where your friends come in. You can borrow up to 3 characters from your friends to increase your motive force. You got that, Zach?
Oh, friends. Yeah, got it. So the question then is,
Well,
how do we gather all the fragments?
All those level 90s.
There are plenty of
They're gonna be
fragments
doled out.
spread all over the map. We'll search for the fragments in places of interest throughout the open world.
But it won't be easy to get treasures as powerful as Irminsul fruit fragments. Now, players will have to get rid of any trouble circling around the fragments before they're able to collect them.
Ah, that makes sense.
And we'll also be able to enter something called a Twisted Realm in the later phase of the event.
Twisted Realm?
Okay, what is
Sounds
this?
like a teapot gone wrong.
Not exactly. There are 4 domains in the Twisted Realm, and each has different bizarre twists. We'll be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, just as in the previous Hypostatic Symphony event.
Okay,
Of
I'm
course,
okay with this.
higher difficulties will grant better rewards.
Okay, so this'll be one for players who are looking for some serious challenges.
And I
We'll
should
see about
mention that a contract with Diona, the bartender of Mondstadt, will be one of the various rewards from the event shop.
Cool. It sounds like we can add her to our team by participating in all kinds of activities from the event.
That's right. Go get
Now,
her.
see, they add all these challenges,
Our next
but you
event
can.
to
Ooh,
introduce
okay,
is
hang on,
called
hang on.
Battlefront,
Whoa, whoa.
Misty Dungeon.
What is this? I saw some stuff about this.
This sounds like a completely different kind of game.
I'm hoping for
In
this.
this event, there will be 6 themed trials for us to complete, and we'll only be able to use characters from a set pool of trial characters from the event. Throughout the trials, our team will not form any elemental resonance, and food and potions in our inventory will also not be accessible.
Now that sounds tough.
But before each trial, we can preview the monsters we'll be encountering, along with some corresponding tips and tasks. So it is possible for us to choose characters that fit the conditions before we start. Nice, right?
Yeah, that's a relief. Whew. So, what do we need to do to pass these trials?
In each trial, players need to activate all 3 of the ancient runes within the time limit to gain access to the final challenge. There are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects and make it easier to complete the trials.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapons systems that will detect and attack any intruders. Players will need to use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
We're definitely gonna have to use our heads to get the right strategies.
Totally, and with rewards like Primo Gems, Mora, and other materials awaiting, it'll
I'm interested
definitely
to
be worth
see
a
how
shot.
this goes.
Primo Gems? Oh, I'm in.
Our next event is called Mimi Tomo.
Sounds Hilichurlian?
You nailed it. This event is about a certain unusual hilly churl we might encounter in
I'm
various
interested to see how that one goes, because you can't just like crank out your own characters and blow through it.
Right?
So it might actually make it a bit more
viewers who are
challenging.
searching for where you can find this unusual hilly churl right now, just know you can't actually use the primo gems it throws at you.
Lately, this unusual hilly churl has been stirring up trouble on the merchant routes. It's time for us to teach it a lesson.
But this hilly churl is not an easy one to trace.
So we'll need to borrow some help from an expert. Perhaps you remember the hilly churlian expert Ella Musk?
Yeah, you mean that little girl in the library?
So it's time for her to teach us a lesson.
Yeah, we'll be utilizing the handy handbook of hilly churlian from her to communicate with other hilly churls for intel on the whereabouts of this unusual hilly churl.
That seems like fun, but I'm not sure I can memorize that much Hilichurlian.
You can write it down, Zach.
Or you can take a screenshot.
Oh, yeah, screenshot. Now that's good advice.
The only question now is, how reliable is this handy handbook of Hilichurlian? After all, it has a disclaimer on its title page saying it cannot be held responsible for any consequences of its use.
Wait, so you're saying it could potentially do more harm than good?
If that's the case, we'll have to persuade the hilly churls by physical means.
Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. We could be quite persuasive that way.
That wouldn't be persuasion.
Wait, now I'm confused. We're talking about bribing them with some apples or something, right? Like that type of persuasion?
Oh, apples.
Yeah, apples.
And now you're making me feel like I'm a bad person.
Okay, and you get furnishing
Anyway,
blueprints?
players will gain some furnishing blueprints, primo gems, and other rewards from the event, so be sure not to miss out on this one. Our next event is simply called Wind Trace. Personally, I'd like to call it hide and seek.
All right, sounds fun.
Hey,
And in case you're wondering,
whoa.
Wind Trace actually originates from when ancient nobles were hunting for rebels in Mondstadt.
Did they get this idea from a Bud
things are starting to
Walrus?
sound a little bit
Where's
scary.
Walrus at?
No worries, Zach. Today it's transcended from its dark history, passing down only
He's
the
been
names
doing a
of the
lot
two
of hide and
sides,
seek.
Hunter and Rebels.
Oh, so what does a round of Wind Trace look like?
I'm glad you asked, Zach. Players will be playing in contested zones. They will be allocated one of the two sides, the hunter or the rebels.
Wait.
The rebels hide and the hunter seeks. But
Wait,
there's
what?
more to it than just that. The rebels can use their windward arts to disguise themselves, place bait, or temporarily enter a hidden state.
All right, sounds interesting. How about the hunter? What can they do?
The Hunter can use various arts to detect the location of the rebels and disable their tricks and disguises.
So, the two sides are really going at it then.
Yeah, and during the game, favors will descend upon the area at random, and both sides can pick up these favors to help charge up their own so-called secret favor.
There are 5 contested zones in the open world, so those who are familiar with all the areas and terrain will have some advantages.
Good news for those treasure chest hunters out there.
Yeah. Players will obtain Wind Trace coins from the event and unlock a variety of rewards, including a Wind Trace themed name card. But if you play the game in co-op mode with your friends, or if you've already reached the daily limit of obtainable Wind Trace coins,
that might be kind of
then
cool.
you won't be able to gain any more.
I'll give them that. That
I
might be
see.
kind of cool event.
I hope you'll all enjoy this little game. Our final event is called Overflowing Mastery.
We
Okay,
had
this isn't
Leyline
much of
Overflow
a-
before, right?
Yeah,
That's
this
right.
isn't much of an
Only
event.
this
This is just
time
like
we will have
updated-
doubled talent level
yeah,
up materials.
During
the
talent
event,
materials.
we will have 3 chances daily to collect double rewards using original resin from selected domains of mastery.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we'll have an event that doubles talent level up materials. That's huge.
Exactly. So if you need to grind for talent level up materials, this will be your chance.
I bet everybody's gonna love that. All right, that's about all we have for the special events in version 1.5. As always, the last part of our
okay.
version previews will be regarding new optimizations and adjustments
Hey,
coming
people
to the game.
complain about
Keith, would you like to
weekly
explain
bosses?
the coming
There you
changes
go.
for version 1.5 to our viewers?
Sure thing. Starting from version
I didn't
1.5,
see the last one.
the cost of original resin to claim rewards for the first 3 weekly bosses will be reduced from 60 to 30.
Okay, that's half the cost.
Yeah.
That-
and
that's
we'll have
pretty good
total
change.
of
That's a good
4
change.
weekly bosses, so that means we'll be able to claim rewards from all the weekly bosses using a single day's resin.
And we'll even have 10 original resin left over.
Yeah, it's
check
actually
you out,
even
Sarah.
it's the 4 bosses now are less than the 3 that we have
Next,
right now.
after the
Or
version
4 bosses
update,
then.
character companionship experience gained while playing in team with other players in co-op mode will be doubled.
So, if we want to accelerate our
whatever.
friendship with some characters and learn more about their stories, we can defeat bosses or clear domains with other players in co-op mode.
Oh, yes. No need to remind me on the importance of friends again.
Oh, sorry, Zach.
Need some more of those.
The third optimization will be about mailing alerts for when events are ending. After the version update, Genshin Impact will send mail alerts to players before any limited time events end.
Yeah, considering all the unique gameplay and loads of rewards from those limited
That's
time
a nice
events,
change.
it
I'm
would
surprised
be
they
a
haven't
pity
been
to
doing
miss
that in the past, and you get a
For players
tiny
who
bit
are
of
too
Mora.
busy to check the end time of each event,
But that's
the mail
actually
alert
good
will
to give
for
you a
sure
little bit
come
of
in
heads
handy.
up.
Yeah, absolutely. Our last optimization, coming in version 1.5, will be about slimming down the game's overall size.
Oh, that sounds kind of
Hey,
cool.
Mobile
With this
players,
optimization,
there you
players
go.
can manage the voiceover files they've installed. If you no longer want to keep the audio files for a certain language, you can delete the corresponding voiceover files manually. And that audio pack will not update in future version updates.
I imagine that could save quite a bit of space. I know audio files can be massive.
Aw,
7
but what if they decide to delete the
That's
English
10 gigs of
voiceovers?
audio files? How
No,
much
don't
audio are
delete
they
us,
recording?
Please. Don't you want to hear
God.
more of me?
Well,
That's like
there's
half the
not much
game.
of us in there anyway.
Oh.
What?
Well, okay, yeah. I guess it doesn't hurt that much when you put it that way.
They
No,
might
no,
have a
it does
media
hurt
management
because
problem
Zhongli
if
has
that's
a
the
lot to
case.
say, so please keep the English file.
God.
If you like us, then please keep the English voiceovers, everyone. And on that note, it's time to release the third redemption code to our loyal viewers.
Yay! Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Look, as someone who works in the audio and video field, 10 gigs of audio for 4 languages is massive. What? Isn't the whole game like 20 gigs? Half your game is audio? How, like... What? That's nuts. Whoopi, I'm assuming that it installs all the languages by default. That's why it gives you this option to delete them. So yeah, that's super nice. So basically, as long as you have your one language, you can basically cut off 7.5 gigs, which is pretty big. But look, the thing that I'm going with is if they're going like, oh, we can't do a bunch of updates because of space. Well, if half your game is audio and the other half of this massive game is all your visuals, your systems, your like everything else.
Well, I hope everyone has caught all the codes.
Your problem is in your audio.
I think it's about time to wrap up the show.
Whew, time really flew by.
Yeah, I know, right? How did
All
you
right,
like your
let's
first
end this
special
up.
program, Sarah?
I've loved being here with you guys. It's so special and fun. Plus, the twins got to be reunited, even if it was only for a little bit. I really hope that they'll invite me for more special programs in the future because this was super fun.
Yeah, I hope so too. And how about you, Keith? How did you like doing the special program?
Are you kidding? I love this. I mean, what's better than being able to make all of these announcements? I mean, everyone's so hyped to find out what's in store, and we get to be the people to share that with them. So
All right.
it's amazing. Plus,
So are they just
I'm
wrapping
looking
up?
forward to spending quite a bit of time in the Serenitea Pot.
Yeah, me too. All right, thanks
All
for
right.
watching the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program, everyone. And I hope you all
Peace
have
out.
fun in your
Good
teapots.
stream.
Bye, everybody. See you in version 1.5.
That was
Thanks
pretty
for
good.
tuning in, everyone. Take care.
That was pretty
Bye.
good. Yeah, they didn't touch on two-factor
Are you still
authentication.
there? Yes. I was hoping you'd still be there because we have an extra special surprise for you. Check this out.
Huh? Hey, they confirmed Inazuma? That looks good. That looks so good. Is this all their like concept art? that looks like it's it. Wow. Okay. So there was a lot of stuff there. Hang on, let me turn back the tunes on real quick. Wow. Okay. So obviously there was a lot there. The stuff we knew about. So 2 new characters, Eula, Yanfei. I'm definitely more excited for Eula, but hopefully there are people out there who are excited for Yanfei. Especially the people, you know, I hear a lot from people that like it sucks that every new character has been a 5-star character, at least since Jinyen, which is way back. Obviously we just got Rosaria, right? But since Jinyen, yeah, because Diona was right before. Diona was a child, Jinyen was with Zhongli, and then there was a big drought where we didn't have any new 4-star characters. And so for a lot of people, it's like, it sucks to miss out on that, like the excitement. It's like the fear of missing out, right? You don't want to miss out on the new 5-star character, but at the same time, they're expensive to get. And if you're playing free to play, or at least very low spending, you're not always going to be able to get the character. So hopefully the people who, you know, maybe you don't get Eula, you get Yanfei, and you can kind of like participate in that excitement, because she does look cool. You know, unfortunately, like, I really want that next best pyro support, because like we have Bennett, who's a very good support, but he's not very good with applying pyro. And you have Zhongling, whose burst is very good at applying pyro, but her skill is pretty bad. So I'm still waiting for like that really good pyro support unit. My mic is still a little low. Okay, I'll pump it up a little bit. What else do we have? We have the new artifacts. Zhongli is getting a new buff. That artifact set looks great on him. I don't know why you would go like, because what sets are you playing on him now? You're playing like 2-piece Noblesse, maybe 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Petra, which just boosts his damage. This improves his HP, and it improves your teammate's attack while he's off the battlefield. Yeah, I'm gonna be spending. I was wondering, like, here's the thing. I've been saving fragile resin. I have like 30 fragile resin right now, and I was like, what am I gonna be saving for? It's that. We're gonna be saving for that domain. Now, hopefully they don't like screw up the rates like the Dragon Spine domain, because that one was awful. It still is in terms of like how often I get good artifacts. That's probably just a randomization thing. I don't think they can actually. They could probably tamper with that. I don't think they are, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. The weapon, of course, they didn't release any actual stats or the ability, but if it's anything like the leaked version, it's gonna be good. Housing system, as far as right now, housing looks to be just cosmetic. I'm hoping that in the future they do add on some features there, but you know, if it's the first draft of something. Well, obviously this is a completed version. God, if my friend's listening, she's crap for that. That's one of our pet peeves that we have at work, is calling something that's like completed but is the first version a first draft. It's not a first draft. It's been completed, but like the first version, because they're gonna have new versions, new updates. So hopefully they can fix stuff like that. For people who are looking for a Zhongli rerun, hey, here is your time. My Leaky Pipes might have mentioned something about this a couple weeks ago, and of course, if you've been following the leaks on your own, you already knew that he was coming. But yeah, long time coming. He should have been back in 1.3 when his buff came out. That's when he should have been. But better, you know, later than never. So he's finally coming. What else do we have? Oh, the new events. Okay, so what were all the new events? So there's the new, it's not really roguelike, but you get to custom, so you get to pick your team based on what they give you. That I do like, because part of the problem is if you go into these events with characters that you already have, they're probably going to be like, for example, if I were to go in with my team, I'm probably going to smoke most of the content right now. my account is not like super ultra built like a lot of other like turbo whales out there, but it's pretty good at this point. You know, we had a challenge a couple weeks ago where the challenge was for me to go through floor 12 with 4 separate teams. They couldn't share any weapons or artifacts, so everything had to be individual. And I think we got all 3 stars on every floor. The only one we didn't, we got 2 stars on the first and 3rd chamber because Razor just couldn't do enough damage, and Razor was one of my teams. So like, that being said, a lot of the events that come out for people who are whales or spend a lot of money or just grind a lot of refreshes, a lot of these challenges haven't been that difficult. So the fact that they kind of just give you, it's basically trial run characters, I think that's a really good balancing act. And for people who don't have all these 5-star characters, you're going to be able to play with new characters that you haven't been able to play before, or at least just play in trial version. So that is also a really nice addition to allow people to play characters that they haven't been able to play in the past. I'm really a fan of that. Hopefully it still does add a little bit of a challenge there. There's also, what was the other one? Oh, so there's the hide and seek event. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cute. Definitely reminds me of like a mobile game event. That being said, if it's done right, I think it could be really fun. What was there another event? Shoot, there was, but I'm forgetting what it was. I don't remember. That's okay. And then we got the new enemies. New enemies, cool. Oh, changes to world bosses. That's a big change. I know people want world bosses to be free, but look, at the end of the day, it is a gacha game, and the way that MiHoYo is going to make money is by people buying primos. So they're not going to make it free. I get that you can only do them once, so it's like, why not make them free? Because MiHoYo is a business, they want to make money. Okay, this is a very good step. The fact that now you can do 4 world bosses for less resin than you can do the 3 right now, that's a good step. In my opinion, that is a good step. What else was there? Oh yeah, making space smaller. That is something that they should definitely be doing. The shard collecting event. Yeah, but isn't that the... Oh, right. Because yeah, that one. Yeah, that one will be good. Potentially. So the event where you can choose different difficulties and different things that make your run more difficult. That one would be interesting. I think it would be better, again, like these events, I kind of like the idea. Well, no, you can't do that. I was gonna say, I kind of like the idea of them just giving you like trial run characters, but then it gives you no real purpose to level up your own characters, right? Because that's the issue that I have with that event, is because you're gonna get these shards to you can like you can like infuse them into this thing to give your characters more buffs, but at the same point, like if you're using your own characters and they're buffed out of their minds and they're getting more buffs, it might just make the whole event a complete waste. Yeah, so the rune event, that'll be interesting to see how they balance that. Where did I skip? Oh yeah, I was talking about how you can now make the mobile games smaller. That's a nice change, because I know a lot of people have been complaining about the game is just too big. I don't actually know how big it is on mobile. I'm assuming it's around 20 gigabytes. I think that's what it is on PC. So I would be surprised if it's that big. I would think it's probably like 10 or 15. Yeah. So, I don't know. Look, overall, I think from everything that we saw, I think this is a much more impactful patch than either 1.3 or 1.4. So I'm happy about that. In PC, it's already 23.2 gigs. Yeah, but that's not even that big. That's pretty small for PC. I mean, yeah, it's a mobile game, so you could probably get it smaller, but honestly, mobile is 7 to 8. People are complaining about a 7 or 8 gigabyte game? Wait, really? Isn't like the default size for a phone storage like 64 gigs? Maybe I just don't do anything on my phone, and so I have like all the storage in the world, but I don't know. I mean, I get the fear that eventually it'll just be huge, but yeah. Yeah, so this patch for sure seems a lot better than the last two. This is a step in the right direction. Obviously, we got a leak of not a leak, like a first look at Inazuma. The fact that we got our first look, I don't think it'll end up. It's definitely not coming in 1.6. My theory is still that it's coming in 2.0. I think that the big updates, literally like a new version, Inazuma is probably going to come in 2.0. I think this is the point where they're going to start rolling out info on Inazuma. You know, like, yeah, I think that it's going to be a little ways down the road still. I don't think it's coming in like 1.6 or 1.7. I think it's probably like 2.0. So that means we'll probably see Inazuma around fall. But again, that's just, I have 16 gigabytes on my phone. Dude, what year is your phone from? You need a bigger SD card. Wow. So guys, that's gonna do it for me here. I'm still technically at work. But this is my lunch break. I'm on my lunch break. So I want to come in here, watch the stream with you guys, get your takes on it. I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube, and then I'm probably also gonna like do a shorter video on my summary, but you guys were already here, you already saw the summary, so there's that. Before we end here, guys, do remember, go ahead and smash that like button if you did like this stream. We do try and do these every time there is a new stream update. We will be streaming tonight, probably obviously talking about more of the changes. And then we'll probably play something else. I don't know what game we're gonna switch to once we finish up all our Genshin stuff. You know, we've had Monster Train on the docket, we've had Dicey Dungeons on the docket, we've had a couple different games, so we might switch up and try something new. We'll see. But we'll be live back here in 4.5 hours. So it's 5:30 Eastern, 5.5 hours. So before you leave, do make sure that you smash the like button. If you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Try and put out videos 3 times a week at least. I did just drop a child guide about a couple hours ago, so if you did just get child on his banner, go ahead and give that a shot. And of course, the last thing I got to do, if you haven't already and you want to help support the channel, you can become a member. $5 a month. You get, what do we have? I think 7 emotes at this point is what we have. You get access to a members only Discord channel. Well, you get to use all your emotes from here on YouTube over there on Discord. You also get twice the luck on any giveaways that we do, and you know, we do giveaways fairly often, I would say. You get twice the luck on all giveaways, and of course there are going to be future incentives. We're currently working on those. I got a lot of things behind the scenes that I'm currently working on. Can't do them all at the same time, but and let's bring that sub count to 15k. I think we're at like 14, what is it, 14.2, 14.3 right now. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, you guys are absolutely killing it. Oh my god, 2 under 14.3. If there are 2 people here that aren't subbed, go ahead and sub and push us to 14.3k subs. Do it now. But guys, that's all I got for this one. Hopefully I'll see you guys later on today. Have a good rest of the day, guys.